Hello, it's Tony here, and in this video we're going to be looking at how you can generate some content for your blog. And the reason that I'm doing this video is that when we mention to people that they need to start a blog, most people's initial reaction tends to be one of two. They'll either say, I'm not a writer, I just haven't got those sort of skills, or I've got nothing worth writing about, nothing sort of newsworthy, nothing that people will be interested to read about. And I just want to show you how to address those particular two items. But before I do that, I just want to refer back, we did an interview with John Janch the other day, and John is the head of duct tape marketing, and he's a real world expert on small businesses, small business marketing. And one of the interesting points that he said in his interview, when we asked him about people who don't feel that social media is right for them, or they don't have a blog and they're not participating in sort of online conversation, he basically said that you rather bluntly, that you need to prepare to go out of business, and that really is a sort of blunt message. And this is why I've done this video, because I really want to encourage you to take up blogging and try it out, and got a few really good hints and tips for you here. So the first one is, if someone says to me, I'm not a writer, I just don't have that type of skill, well, believe it or not, you are. And just a quick look in the sent items of your email is going to probably throw up several dozen blog posts for you. Just think about your frequently asked questions. These are a brilliant place to start. Now, if you can't find too many, a really good trick is to imagine that you are explaining what you do to somebody that has never heard of you, they've never heard of your company, they may not have even heard of the product or service that you offer. Now, if it helps, it actually helps to picture somebody that you know in your mind. It could be a brother, it could be a sister, a parent, even an auntie or an uncle, maybe your grandparents. But the reason that this works is that it forces you to break things down into small, understandable chunks of information that this person will be able to understand. And as you perform this exercise, if you write down each one, and this can be the basis for some really informative blog posts. You don't need to put it all together into one massive post. Break it down into small chunks, and that will help you to create some really, really good content. Now, if you're in the camp of, I have nothing to write about, nothing newsworthy happens around here, I'm in an industry where there isn't much going on, again, are you sure? Have a look out there, because your competitors definitely are. And let me show you what I mean. And the reason that you need to think about this is this provides you with a brilliant opportunity. And if we just go to Google, and let's just type in, for example, whatever industry you're in. Let's say you're a printing company. Let's just type in print, whatever industry you're in, followed by blog, and then you'll be taken to a load of relevant industry blogs that people are writing. And what you can do is, if you just went through the first page of Google, if you just took down a dozen, if you just write down a dozen subjects of the things that other people are writing about, if you went through the first page of Google, you'd have 120 ideas. Now, I'm not saying that you should copy people. Don't go around copying people, but just get ideas. There's nothing wrong with getting ideas, using other people for inspiration, and just find out what they're writing about. Find out what people are interested in. See which ones people are most interested in. Get most responses, and this will help you. And if, as I say, go through the first page of Google, you've got over 100 or so potential ideas to kickstart your blog. Another great thing to do is have a look at your supplier's blog, see what they're writing about. Or maybe you could do some kind of industry news roundup. Remember, if you've set up something like Google Alerts, you could have a whole load of potential information and blog posts just sitting there waiting for you to use that, and just summarize that into a nice, succinct weekly or monthly roundup of topical news. Okay? Well, I hope that's useful. As I say, I would really encourage you to set up a blog, and with Pickaweb, obviously, you do get that free with all of our hosting plans, just under the Softaculous icon. It self-installs, but if you do need any help, just ask our 24/7 support guys. They're there on the live chat, and they can easily help you to set up your blog. Okay, I hope that was useful, and as always, please do comment below. We do welcome your input. Thanks very much then. See you soon. Bye bye.